Hello, in this video we're going to talk about some environmental impacts of computing. Starting with talking about the actual making of a computer. So for manufacturing is you making a computer, the company's actually in a factory putting it all together. And it takes up a lot of energy. So thinking environmentally, if you are using a lot of energy, that's not a good thing because a lot of the energy is going to be non-renewable and using things like fossil fuels to power these massive factories. So this is a big picture of a smartphone or a laptop factory. I can't quite make it out. Lots of humans involved, but ultimately there is lots of power going into this, lots of robots involved in the process as well. That takes up a lot of energy. And of course, if that energy was renewable, that would be okay, but it's not in many cases, right? A lot of our energy comes from things like burning petrol and diesel and other sources which we can't get back and which do pollute. So you also have the actual moving, because a lot of these factories are based in a certain area of the world, often quite clustered together. You might have lots of factories in one city and they've got to get transported around the world. That takes up a lot of energy as well. A massive container ship uses diesel, uses other fuels which are not good for the environment. And also the actual production itself uses rare materials in the phones, in the laptops, in the other components, usually in very small quantities, which does present problems as well. So the actual, mining of these materials is not a good thing because again, they're non-renewable in many cases. You can't just easily grow some more of these materials. It's either in the earth or used in our electronics. This is a massive, I think, lithium mine. Lithium is used in batteries. Clearly not very environmentally friendly. You're sort of destroying the landscape to gain access to this rare material. And because it's used in small quantities, right, we might have a tiny bit of gold or a tiny bit of silver or a tiny bit of copper. Because it's in such a small quantity, often it's just totally lost to waste. Where if you chuck out an iPhone or chuck out a laptop, those quantities of rare materials are going to get lost, quite possibly. And because they're in such small quantities, it can make it hard to recycle. So even if you try and recycle something like a phone, it's very, very hard to extract that tiny bit of gold, the tiny bit of copper, which on its own is not very significant. But when you consider the millions, if not billions of phones and laptops and electronics being used, it really does add up and depletes these natural resources. And so really, we would hope our organisations can be more responsible. Responsible use is about doing what you can to try and reduce bad impacts of computing, like issues with the environment. So definitely, companies and individuals should give consideration to when they actually replace devices and upgrade the devices. So consideration is thinking about things like, can you, instead of replacing the entire laptop or the entire desktop, can you instead replace individual components? Maybe your computer is running slowly, so a more responsible thing to do might be to upgrade one component and not the entire computer. You're not chucking away the rest of the computer, you're only chucking away one part. Also, when you're buying brand new computers, you might choose to buy refurbished devices. These are second-hand devices which have been renewed and fixed and made almost like new, and they might be not only more cost effective but also more environmentally friendly. If you're always buying brand new devices, that's giving more reason for companies to have to manufacture them and have the issues we talked about. But also you throwing away your old devices might mean they can never be used again. Instead, you could make it refurbished and reuse it. This is a picture of a fairly cheap but fairly decent looking refurbished computer, often from an old office or an old school, which somebody's fixed and resold. It's a good use of recycling. And even if you are having to buy brand new devices, you might choose to look for more efficient devices. So a device which is efficient means it's using its energy really effectively. It's not wasting energy in things like sound and heat and just leaking all of this out of the device. So these are pictures of a power supply. You might see a power supply rated bronze, silver, gold. Gold means it keeps most of the power in, it doesn't leak it out through heat and stuff like that. Bronze is not quite as good, but you might be aiming for more efficient devices to reduce wasted energy. Because part of the issue is, if you leave a computer on all the time, it produces heat and sound, it's inefficient. You often have to cool down computers. Certainly my memory of computing in school myself was being freezing all of the time because the aircon in the computer rooms is on all the time. Because computers overheat as the energy gets released, often they cool down through things like air conditioning, which really makes things worse because the air conditioning also uses up a lot of power. If you've got a more efficient device, less need for fans and other energy hogging devices. And finally, when you are deciding to replace or remove your devices, you should look to try and donate them or recycle them. If you donate it to, say, a charity, that means it can get reused. If it's not really in a fit state to be used again, you could recycle it instead. So, you might get rid of if you're replacing your hard drive with an SSD, like in the top picture, you might give it to a charity, assuming you've deleted stuff, right? You've got to make sure anything securely removed. You might have to actually wipe a hard drive quite carefully because data can get recovered. But the whole point is we want to try and avoid just putting our old things in landfill. So landfill is a dump where all they do is cover up all the rubbish stored underground for a long time, not good for the environment at all. Recycling is much better, but like I said, those rare materials being in such small quantities does make it hard to totally reuse the devices. Just to finally go through some more things which an organisation can do to be a bit more responsible regarding the environment. So they can set policies for the usage of computers. These are things like making sure computers are turned off automatically. People often forget to turn off their computer. There can be a setting where at a certain time, maybe after everyone's gone home, all the computers get turned off. It saves the power being used up when they're not being used. Things like standby and sleep mode do use up some power. So ideally they'd be fully turned off. You can enforce this as a setting. Especially on phones and other portable devices, there are often power saving settings where you can do things like reduce the brightness of your screen. That might waste energy for no reason if you don't really need it that bright. You might also turn on modes like battery saver mode, especially on laptops, to try and increase the battery life. This will maybe decrease your performance, but if you don't need your computer to be working at full performance, it's more efficient to turn on these power saving modes. And also, as a general idea, you might choose to, as a company, try and favour using electronic copies instead of your printed hard copies. So, the classic is people printing out pages and pages and pages and pages of documents, when actually they could just share it electronically. Printing lots of things uses up power and paper and ink. Ink is not very good for the environment, so sharing stuff, if you're using a computer anyway, is often more sensible.